he'll open up with a statement, but fire away, whatever you guys have.
Hey, Ryan, first of all, congratulations on this big win. How do you feel so far? This weight class 140. I know it's a catch weight of 143, and overall, Oscar's Duarte's power.
His power was strong. I was really surprised about his chin. In the first round, I was catching him clean, and he was just like, he looked like he was just eating them. I was like, damn, this dude, he could eat some shots. So I was like, the first, second round, I'm like, I think he's going to go by third. But then by third, he kept putting more pressure. So I was like, I got to try to stop his momentum somehow. But yeah, he was a tough fighter. I knew he was going to be tough. Everybody was saying, like, why would he take this fight? So, now I got to get my credit where it's due. I fought in there. I had a fight, with some grit and then find a knockout. So I think I did good, especially with my first fight with Derek.
Ryan, the seventh round, you kind of moved around the ring, used a little bit more of your angles. Was that something part of the strategic plan that maybe Derek told you in the corner going into that round?
Oh yeah. Derek, he was pretty adamant. Like, come on, man. Like, why aren't you using your legs? Like, he's gonna open up. And I was like, okay, because I was trying to stay there and just kind of smother him to try to, stop his attack and kind of soften him up a little bit, because he was like overly aggressive. I was like, let me just try to take some steam off his shot. But then I'm like, oh, well, he keeps throwing, so I'm going to start moving again. And then I just started locking in with my trainer. And, yeah, he was right. It opened up a shot, and he fell into a hook.
Right, such a competitive super lightweight division. So in the perfect world, do we see you take on the winner between Regis and Devin Haney?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I want to become a champion. So that's my goal. I don't know where Derek's at, but, however he sees fit on what that looks like. I trust him. And, whatever he wants. I want rollies, to be honest. I feel like it's a fun fight. He's a, aggressive, crazy dude. Lead up will be crazy. And I want that, he has a title, technically. But yeah, let's do it.
What do you tell Roll if he's watching, Right?
Just, I don't know if you have a real injury or not, but he'll that shit. He'll beat your ass.
Call us. Ryan, so first of all, that was hilarious. But I talked to you at the first press conference. I also asked you about who would you rather fight, Devin, T.O. And I think it would be a great idea if you kind of get Rolly out of the way for a bigger unification with maybe a Devin or a T.O. And I feel like you showed a lot of different tools today. I feel like no one's ever made you move that much. And for a second, we were a little worried. We thought maybe you were feeling his power. Tell us how you felt in there when you started using the movement, the openings you saw, and what you felt brought the knockout.
Like I said, in boxing, you're going to fight power punchers, guys that move a lot. Like my last fight, Tank was moving a lot. You got to be able to just, know what to do with these guys. So, in my mind, I was like, okay, this dude does pack a punch. He's a lot slower than me, but every time he hits you, it feels like a rock. So I was like, okay, we'll figure it out. Because I'm not worried about it. I would take a good shot. I took a big uppercut, cut me a little bit for the first time. But, like I said, if I want to be a champion, I got to go through moments, I got to go through a little bit of adversity. In my whole career, I didn't really have ever any real adversity except, I guess, Tank fight. But for me, because I've been dedicated to this camp, this felt like a fight to me. It felt like, okay, I'm figuring out myself as a fighter, and it felt good to be in the ring. And I'm excited to keep improving with Derek, and I'm just so thankful for God and just what he did in my life, and even on the hard years that I went through. And, I was lost for a long time. I took so many steps backwards after COVID, and just in life in general, as a boxer, as a person, the way I treated people is I lost a lot of myself. So I fought hard to get back to where I'm at now. Even in the Tank fight, I wasn't there, but by the grace of God, he never gave up on me. And I want to thank him for that in front of everybody.
Houston Chronicle.